So, Shwetha, firstly, congratulations again for being elected as the first woman president of the Association of Malayalam Movie Artists. You know, we are all living in a time when women are coming to the leadership front and things are no different in the Malayalam film industry as she's heading the largest body for artists in the Malayalam film industry. Please give a round of applause to her.
Thank you, Shibi. Thank you, everyone. It's a great honor to be part of India Today Conclave. It's something I think everyone has somewhere down the line, the hidden agenda to be part of it. Never thought so fast I'll be here, but I'm so happy. I'm representing a huge body of people in work. And thank you once again from all of us. Thank you.
Okay, Shwetha, let's start and talk about the circumstances under which you became the president of the organization. So we had a bomb dropping last year in the form of Hema Committee report, which said about the condition faced by women in the film industry. There were allegations against the office bearers of the organization. The executive committee led by superstar Mohanlal had to resign. A year later, we had the elections and you became the president. What is the transition going to be like under your leadership in the organization?
Shibi, it's too soon for me to say what's going to be happening under my leadership. But I just want to say that, it was quite an eye-opening for many of us. And many things were, I think, which were like hidden. I just feel that Hema Committee just opened up many closets of many people's feeling and heart and everything. But I just want to say, I keep saying this, kudos to all the women who came forward and said about their working condition and everything. I really appreciate Hema Committee report, especially about the women working condition and, I won't talk about pay disparity and all, because it's a very individualistic thing, because it's a relationship between a producer and an actor. But working condition, yes, we do need to work on it. But believe me, there's a huge change. And this Hema Committee came in 2018. So though the report came out last year only. So post-COVID, many changes have already happened in our, in the whole atmosphere, the work atmosphere, whether it's a woman or a man or the whole movie scenario, the working condition, everything. There's makeup ban, which was not there earlier. So many things have changed. But the report did come last year. So, and it's an ongoing process. I won't say that, just because I'm the leader, everything is going to be hunky-dory, because I'm also part of it, and it's like a baby step. We need to work on it. Yeah, and believe me, that's one of, an agenda, if you want to know, yes.
Okay, I don't know if you noticed, I was taking the full form of the organization, the Association of Malayalam Movie Artists, because, a few years ago, everybody called it Amma. Now, there are people who refer it to as AMMA, saying that it doesn't deserve to be called as Amma, which means mother.
It's like this, that's because they don't know how the name was registered. It was always registered as Amma. There was no dots between. But people wanted to, I think film industry is one of the industry which I think the media loves to play all kinds of game with. And we are also used to it. But I just still want to say that Amma, A-M-M-A, doesn't have any dots in between.
So it's Amma. We have the
It's
mother
Amma,
also.
and I am legal Amma now of 504 children.
Okay. Shwetha, let's be a bit practical. It's ultimately, at the end of the day, it's a male-dominated industry and a male-dominated society still. How free are you when it comes to making those decisions? Because earlier we had Mohanlal, who literally carries the industry on his shoulders. How free are you when it comes to making that final call as the president of the organization?
I think if you knew me for past 34 years, which has been my years in movie industry, you would not ask me this question. I've been a very strong and a very opinionated person. I have said my yeses and nos very loud and clear over the years. So I've not been a mouthpiece of anyone. I have my own personality, and I think that's what makes me different. And yes, you're right. I'm sitting on the position where stalwarts like Murli Uncle, Madhu Sir, Innocent Uncle, and Lalit and Mohanlal Sir, all these people have sat over. So yes, the responsibility is huge. But allow us to breathe in slowly, baby step. Don't expect miracles overnight. Yeah.
Also, I want to talk about a case that was registered against you a few days before the election. It was very strange. Even the court said it's a very strange case. The complaint was that you acted in some offensive content with the intention of earning money. And in your bail plea, you said that I'm contesting for the presidential post and there's high chance that I'll be elected as the first woman president, and you believe this is a conspiracy. So you do have enemies inside the organization itself. So how do you plan to tackle them?
More the enemies, I excel. Well, yes, the case was quite shattering as a person, because I think the movies which the person had written were the ones where I had won state awards, and the one which were done by all national award directors, and the movies which came 12 years back. And it was quite, I don't think anywhere, any person on this earth has ever been exposed to this kind of a case. So yes, I did have a kind of a, I was like a little confused. Should I back out of a case and just fight my, back out of the election and fight my case? But I think my family's strong support, which is what made me feel that, these are just small hurdles, need to surpass and go ahead. And that's what made me, then I became more fiery tigress.
Okay, Shwetha, the Hema Committee report, apart from the sexual assault allegations, there were other serious issues that were raised by the Commission, which includes locker room facilities, changing room facilities, washroom facilities. Now, these are facilities that's not provided to female artists, especially junior artists in the industry. These are also areas where organizations can interfere and find solutions. What is the action plan moving forward that you have in your mind?
So when Hema Committee report, they had spoken to few people. The complaint was of the era where they were like clothes, which they used to hold the sari and they used to change and everything. Oh, we have come much ahead in life. Believe me, there are changing rooms. It's an experience which they had some 10, 20 years back. But again, Shibi, I want to say one thing for sure, that it's a very individualistic fight which we all have to do. We all, women or men, we all have to have. But today, makeup van is provided in an industry which is a very small industry, and the budget-wise it's very small, but people are given the change room and everything. So we are working on it, and I think we are doing very good. And you won't be getting any of these complaints. Believe me, I'm sitting there.
Okay. So, there are now a lot of discussions regarding making fixed hours for women artists in the industry, especially new mothers. There's a counter argument that this is not a corporate job which you do from 9 to 5. You have to look into the light factor, the weather factor, and all of that. As a woman, as a mother yourself, how do you look at this?
Again, see, you're asking a person. When I was pregnant, I did 4 movies, and I did have a working hours. I did say that, I'm not I'm not very comfortable early in the morning. So can I come at 9:30, 10 or something? And my directors did understand. So it's a matter of communication. I've always believed communication is the key factor for many of the problems can be solved. But that's what people don't do it. And I was the first elected vice president before this, Amma Association. And that time I used to come onto the stage and I used to keep saying to all the women, please come forward and talk about any of your problems. But none of them used to come. And I used to feel so sad. But, also you need to understand everybody's background doesn't have the same kind of a support system the way I had personally. So I won't put an aspersion on them that, they are not doing a good job, they need to come out and this thing. Because everybody is worried about will the career or people will give them work or not. So many of the personal, they have their own fight, individual fight which is going on. So slowly, yeah, we will come up with many of these things.
You mentioned about the remuneration part in the first question itself, but I still want to ask you about it. There are women actors demanding equal pay. The counter argument is that the actor has a stardom, the male actor, and he brings that audience to the theaters. We recently had a film, Loka, which introduced the first female superhero in Malayalam. It's a small industry, like you mentioned. It's grossed 100 crores in less than 7 days. So ultimately, doesn't it prove that it's all about content that attracts audience to the theater?
I've always believed, because I think I've done many of these female-oriented, like Radhi Nirvedam, Salt and Pepper, many of these women-oriented movies. And I think even in earlier days, Sheila Ma, Jabardi Amma, they all have done so many, Shobna Chichi, all of them have worked. So I've always believed it's not, I think movie means it's not a man or a woman. It's more of a content-oriented. But to get the right content matters a lot. So, yeah, Loka, today's the top point is Loka, yes.
Okay, now let's talk a bit about your movie career. Today Malayalam cinema stands apart. It's appreciated globally. We talk about the new age in Malayalam cinema. But it all started back in 2010-11, and there was one film of yours, Salt and Pepper. If anybody has not watched, I would recommend, because it explores matured romance using the love language of food. So, yeah, we've got some visuals of it also behind. Yeah, so Salt and Pepper was one of the path-breaking films that started this new age in Malayalam cinema. Now, how do you look back at the last few years, the growth of Malayalam cinema as somebody who was part of that change?
So I think every 5 to 10 years, the cinema keeps changing, but end of the day, it's cinema, content matters. So I'm very happy that when we did Salt and Pepper, we never thought that it'll be part of a kind of a, path-breaking new era and blah blahs and all. But we're very happy that, I'm very happy that I was part of it. I'm waiting for another something happening for myself. Yeah, so good. I'm very happy, Loka has created that woman thingy. Yeah.
So also, I want to touch about the same topic.
But you need to understand, Loka was supported by a man, Dulquer Salman. So we need a man to support us also to make this big voice and noise.
Okay. I want to ask, you had that beautiful phase in 2008, 9, 10, 11. You won 2 state award for Best Actress in Kerala. Paliri Manikam, Salt and Pepper, Radhi Nirvedam. You took up beautiful roles. Where has the Shwetha Menon, the actor, disappeared in the last few years?
Even I'm asking, where is the Shwetha Menon actor gone? I'm waiting for some good scripts to happen. I really need to, because, I've understood one thing about our industry, is the moment, you get married, then you become mother, the whole outlook changes. So, but the thing is, because I have always believed in that, something is waiting for me and I'm waiting for that something to happen. So, it'll happen for sure.
You think it's the right time Malayalam cinema is like promoting female artists, female-oriented films also?
No, Malayalam is not promoting any gender thing. It's only promoting cinema, content, that's it.
Okay. So I want to ask you about a film that you did, Kalimanna, in which your journey as you were actually pregnant, your journey of pregnancy, your delivery were all part of that film. You were literally scrutinized during that time. But today we have YouTubers, influencers showing their journey, educating people, including men, what is it like to be a woman when you're pregnant. Do you think the society has changed? How do you see? Like today, if you had done that film, I don't think you would have been scrutinized. Do you think so?
No, I can see the huge change in Kerala. The society has changed. I think I walked a decade earlier for everywhere. So I can't help it, It's just that I was one of those lucky one. I was genuinely lucky. I got some really lovely movies with lovely filmmakers, and I could do it a decade before. And so I don't know what is going to be next surprise from my side. I have no clue. I'm waiting.
You started your career in Hindi, and then you had a shift to Malayalam cinema. You worked with all the big stars in Bollywood in your initial days. What was the change like from Bollywood to Mollywood? What difference did you feel during those times and even now?
I want to correct you. I started from Malayalam movies when I was in school. And my first movie was Anashwaram with Mr. Mammootty. And So Anashwaram, and then I became Miss India and I went to Bollywood. And then I came back. So it was a big, huge circle. I came back to Malayalam. Again, I came back to Mohanlal and Mammootty movies. And then I got my first state award. So I think I've gone through this whole journey and some beautiful memories and some beautiful moments which I cherish.
Also, you mentioned about your Miss India days. For the uninitiated, she was one of the finalists alongside Aishwarya Rai and Sushmita Sen during that iconic Femina Miss India 1994. She was the third runner-up. Do you have any fond memories from those days?
Only good memories. I think life has been fantastic with me. I was a roomie of Ash and Sushmita was the winner. Ash was first runner-up. I was the second runner-up. I went for Miss Asia Pacific. A normal small-time girl from Calicut had gone to Philippines for Miss Asia Pacific, had no costumes, no dresses, nothing. I had no budget. There was no sponsors that time. But I still managed to get third runner-up there. But it's just that I think the kind of energy and excitement what we had, today I find it in every girl. I see it in my daughter. She's going to be 13 now. So I see it in her also. But I think we were one of those privileged ones, who, when you used to say like, Acha, India mein kitne models hain and all. So it used to be only, say, 20 or 30. But today I think everyone is a model. So they have more of competition. I hardly had one.
Yeah, so from modeling to cinema, was this always the calling?
Everything, the freedom, the expression, the money, and the exposure. See, I come from an Air Force, I'm daughter of an Air Force officer. So automatically I was exposed to a better life than many of them. So for me, obviously, I didn't want it to be just a housewife, just get married or go ahead in life. So I think I never stuck to one medium. I was in movies, I was in modeling, I was in, television, I was on stage, I did reality shows. So everything I was on, because I just went on. I wanted to keep learning and exploring. I still love to be participating in a reality show as a contestant, though I keep losing it in first couple of weeks, but it's okay. I love it. I love the energy.
So where do we see Shwetha Menon in the next 10 years?
10 years?
Shwetha Menon, the actor, what is the kind of role that you look forward to playing?
Wow. No, I'll not expose my... No, I want to be, of course, part of some good cinemas with good filmmakers. I want to be everywhere. And I want to keep learning. I'm learning right now, Amma, my duty. And hopefully it's a tenure for 3 years. And hopefully we should come up with some good stuff.
Also, what was the reaction of the two superstars, Mammootty and Mohanlal, when you were elected as the president?
I think yesterday we had a film chamber meeting, first time in Malayalam industry, where all the fraternities came under one roof and we had some really nice chit-chat. And that's when I was told that Lal sir, just recently, I think one of his interviews did say that, we support the new committee. So I was very happy. That's a big thing. That's a big blessing. To have these patrons of, above us, that is Lal sir, Mammootty sir, Suresh Gopi. That's what we want.
Amma is like a baby for them. And they
Amma
handed over the baby to you.
Yeah, and they just suddenly found a mother there. Me.
Right. Shwetha, thank you so much. We're running out of time.
Yeah,
thank you so much. Congratulations again. And you have a major challenge ahead. You have to literally clean up the industry in some way or the other. I'm sure you're going to do a great job like how we're doing. Thank you so much for joining with us.
Thank you, Shibi, and thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you.